Hey y'all, welcome back to Rolling Pin Recipes. Today we're going to make some doggy bones. Treats, snacks, bone snacks, doggy bone snacks. I'm going to mix everything but the flour in the bowl first because I'm going to use oat flour and it will take a second to hydrate, and by then it's a thick dough to work with. I want to do a quadruple batch too, but I'm not sure if I'll have enough room for that. This is already a double batch. All right, y'all, I've got a 15-ounce can of pumpkin puree, pure pumpkin. I am going to do a quadruple batch because I don't want to have half a can of pumpkin go bad when my dogs are going to eat these treats anyway. No point in wasting it. And we don't want anything pumpkin. My family's burnt out on pumpkin treats, so the dogs can have some. And I've never had like a pumpkin pasta and stuff. I know people make that, but I never have. This is a lot of eggs, but I know that these will get eaten, and we have a lot of eggs to use up right now. Almost a dozen eggs. Okay, we're going to do 8 tablespoons of peanut butter without the X ingredient. That is bad for dogs. All right, this is a mess. 1, 2, 3, 4-ish. I'm not measuring, y'all. Probably about half a cup or so. We're gonna use all that. They love peanut butter anyway. They'll get a little peanut butter snack right now, which they love. Come here. Okay. Okay, they loved that. We're gonna do, here's the train, 2 teaspoons of salt, 2 teaspoons of salt, 2 teaspoons of cinnamon. Okay, and probably 4 teaspoons of water. Just gonna mix all this wet first. And the salt. That'll help to get it evenly incorporated. That peanut butter is very thick. Try to get that mixed in. They love these. Many dogs loved them. Picky, little, big, not picky. Different families, dogs loved them. So I would encourage you to give them a try. That's a glob of peanut butter I'm trying to incorporate. I'm going to add a couple teaspoons of water. And I'm going to whisk it in just so all of it's incorporated. Beautiful. Okay, y'all, I think we can add the flour now. This is a beautiful mixture. I keep it in big old buckets. We need 10 cups of flour, but we might do a little bit less. Usually I would blend up oats, but we purchased some oat flour and it's not really a family favorite. 3 or 1.5, 2, 2.5, 3, 3.5, 4, 4.5, 5 cups. We still need 5 more. Oh, I think we can make it happen. I'm gonna add more. 5.5, 6, 6.5, and I like to do this to my flour. 7, I think. 7.5, 8, 8.5, 9, 9.5. I'm gonna save that last half. It's not very heavy. We're going to carefully mix this. I need a bigger bowl, like a huge bowl. I have some molds here for doggy treats. They're bone and paw shapes. I also have some cookie cutters, different sizes. All right, y'all, I'm gonna try to mix this up. This is gonna be a big old mess. All right, y'all, it's all incorporated. I added water to get it all incorporated. Now I just broke each section into chunks. I'm gonna combine it all, then divide it evenly so I have a little chunk to work with. Alrighty, it's sticky now, but at least it's stuck together. This is a huge batch, y'all, and I think I didn't add half a cup more, so this should be pretty good. You just want to push it and press it together. I kneaded it, squeezed it all together to get it all evenly incorporated. It's a job, y'all. It's a lot of work doing this dough. Just gonna mist it with some water. I've got a big old chunk of dough here. It does want to crack a little, but that's what usually happens. And should be good to go. I'm gonna divide this out. Might cut it in half and then quarters. So 8s, I'll cover the bowl and we'll get rolling her out. Got a really nice knife here. Look at that cute little dough ball. Alrighty. Quarter them. Carefully. And we'll just set these aside. And we'll work with 1/8 at a time. Alrighty. I need to wash up. My peanut butter dough manicured. Awesome. Alright, y'all. Here's the dough. It's been sitting. I had to take care of a few things. It's very soft. I think I'm going to have to give it a little spray and we can start rolling it out. Lots of doggy biscuits left. Alright, we'll roll it out. Actually, we would roll it out and cut it, but we're filling molds. So I think I'm going to try to get it to a little moist and fill the molds. Alright, y'all, I went through half or 2/3 of my dough. I put them all in here. Now I'm just going to pinch for the shape to be more enhanced because these are more of a thinner silicone. So I just push this in and the edges in because you can see it kind of exploding out. Then we'll pop them onto our parchment and do the rest of them. I have a cookie cutter, but I couldn't find it. It's in the top cabinet, I think, which is very tall, so I need a bigger stool to get it. We're tiny living, y'all, if you're new, and I have to put things where I can. All right, we're just gonna pop these all out. Cute. They're still raw. I am going to pop all these out. Oh, that one broke in half. Just going to pop all these out and then we'll put them all on a sheet in the oven and we'll bake them up. You can also kind of pull it so they come out. Pull and pop out. Cute. There we go. And I'll keep repeating that process until we have all of our dough finished. These are super cute, great for little dogs or a little snack for bigger. We'll keep molding them. Got a couple sizes of paws, and this paw set has a couple bones that have a cute little detail that I love. We'll keep going. All right, y'all, this is what's left of half of the batch. I punched out 2 or 3 rounds of these little bones, 2 rounds, I believe, of the small paws. They're thicker than the medium and large paws, and these bones are my favorite. I have a second round of these in, and just like the little ones, you press in the contours, and then these sides, top and bottom, just do that so your shape will come out right, and it also helps them come out a little bit. You just, depending which one, you can just pull the silicone and it comes right out. Cute. Some of them get a little stuck. This one's a firmer silicone than the small bone and the small paw. Yeah, this one's way better quality. I bought this in a pack. They're super cute. This bone has a little bit of a little dots and a border, and I just think it's adorable. They come out pretty good. The dots are kind of there sometimes. I'm just gonna make sure that one stays together. They come out really cute. You just want to be careful with them sometimes, and every ball of dough I work with, I spray it until it's like it forms a good little form, like a moist enough ball. So this is basically a double batch of those bones. I've got a bunch on me. We're gonna do some of these big ones. This is the thinner silicone as well, so I'll just spray it. This I already worked with this bit, so it's already kind of wet until it like stays together. And then I want a smooth instead of rough side going down on the front of the image. You just squish them in there, push it into the rounded parts. Might need a little bit more, and then you kind of want to just smooth it out if you add more because you can really see it. And then you want to make sure it's pretty flat, but see how it's basically rounded out? You just want to push those bits in top, bottom, left to right to, and then there you have it. You can see where the added piece is. Maybe I'll be able to fill that in a little bit, but then it's just another piece. And it kind of helps if you spray it so it sticks. Then you can kind of smooth these bits out so they stick. I've been doing these paws and bones for a while now, but it's a labor of love, but the girls love it. I love it. Healthy homemade treats, and we'll bake up some here in a minute. Alright, y'all, I need to move some of these over. I've probably got a quarter of the dough left. I need to get these baked up. I'm just gonna put them on here. Hopefully I can fit all of these tiny bones, and then we'll be ready to bake at least one batch because this is a lot of bones. It'd be a little easier if I had a bigger pan. I could just put parchment or foil, but we'll see what happens. The goal while we're baking them is to get them to dry out. Cook the egg and dry them out. And they're already drying out, sitting here on the counter. Try to fit as many as we can on this sheet. Oh yeah, we'll fit a good amount here. Little rearranging. It's a lot of bone snacks here. Our dogs are super excited. They love these. All shapes and sizes. The bigger the better, they say. Alrighty, first round, ready to go in. Need to preheat the oven. Not exactly sure what to, but I'm gonna keep going on my bones. These are great for gifts and just really fun to make. Dogs love them. Oh my goodness, I'm missing one. Get in there. These are pretty big. It's a really good size snack. Even could split it in half. So many snacks. They love that word. Alrighty. Seriously though, so many snacks. Got about this much left, which is about a quarter. I just dampen her down, squish it together because it's kind of like sand right now. But if you spray it, it gets it more pasty. I have to work with it in little chunks though. And last time it did crack a little bit. I mean, they're just fine, but this is more of a paste, kind of very wet. This is more of what you want. Sticks together way better. We're gonna keep filling this mold because it's my favorite and it's a really good size. Push out, backfill, pinch off what's extra, quickly flatten it out while pulling it to the center. Could take a little bit of extra off again. All right, y'all, we're almost done. Couple more rounds of this and we're good. All right, y'all, they're finally done. All right, we're gonna bake them at 350 for 40 minutes. That's quite a long time. This is the last little bit, so I used every bit of it. I used every bit of the dough. So this is gonna be a thin little paw, and these are the last ones. Oh, I need to do the shaping here. 350 for 40 minutes because we want them to dry out so they're like those little biscuits. Milk bones. My girls are already so excited. I did a little bit of all of them, but I did the most of these. I just love these little bones so much. And like I said, the cookie cutter bones, you can watch. I have a couple videos of doggy bones on the channel. The other cookie cutters for these are in the top shelf somewhere far in there, so I wasn't able to find them. Otherwise, I would use those as well. I just couldn't get to them at the moment. These will be baking for a long time. Look at all these doggy bones. So many doggy bones. Y'all, this might be a little bit of a painful process to watch, but I need to try to make this happen. Well, we can just pull this shut out, get the tin foil on there. That's gonna be dangerous. We're gonna shut this. What I need to do is rip this parchment in half and do 3 sections. All right, we're just gonna shimmy these on in sections as far back as we can go without losing any. We've got plenty of sheet. All right, y'all, it's been about 40 minutes. We're gonna try to take these out. I might need to set them on a tray. Okay, the pizza peel kind of worked pretty good. They should be pretty crisp. Actually, this one should be easier. They're still soft, but they will dry out. Oh, I lost a few. I'm gonna have to fish those out for sure. Nice. Oh man, sound like Swiper. I busted a piece off one, but that's okay. All right, we're gonna put these in. All right, y'all, I'm gonna set these aside to cool. 40 minutes on these. Okay. Good girl. These baked up amazing. I threw them in till they were really hard and crispy. They needed longer. They're pretty firm now, nice and dry. Just what they like. They're absolutely delicious. Just what the girls wanted. Give this recipe a try if you want to give your dog some homemade biscuits. They're pretty easy and super fun to make. If you enjoyed, consider giving this video a like, letting us know what you think, and subscribing for more. Bon appetit! Thanks for watching. Another little party snack. Okay.